powerful message of hope, it is a fitting moment to take stock of where we've been and where we're going. Sister District has its origins on that dark night in 2016, and that incomprehensible moment where we realized just who was going to be our next president. Although this all began with a reactive spark, we have since fanned the flames of our work with intention, strategy, and planning. We saw the gap that existed in organizing and resources at the state level, and we aimed to fill it. Looking back over the past 7 years, that's exactly what we have done. Our collective efforts have made tremendous impacts in state legislatures across the country. We've mobilized volunteers, been a lifeline for exceptional candidates, flipped key chambers, pioneered cutting-edge research, and so much more. These achievements have improved millions of lives, resulting in, just for example, meaningful gun safety legislation in Michigan, historic investments in education in Nevada, expanding voter protections in Virginia, and since Roe fell, every single state with a democratically controlled legislature has taken steps to protect and expand abortion access. In fact, Democratic legislative victories in 2022 ensured over 64 million people had their reproductive rights protected or expanded. But this summit is not just about where we've been. It's about where we're headed. And together, we're not just a force for change in key states, but we're a powerful movement committed to a freer and fair country for all. We, all of you together, all of us are a community that's not willing to stand by and watch our country slide into autocracy. We are doers who understand that democracy is a verb, and we are alchemists who turn anxiety into action every single day. And so I'm thrilled to be with you all today, our most dedicated supporters, as we unveil a plan to guide our work for the next decade, our 10-year blueprint for transforming political power in this country, starting with state legislatures. To introduce you to our 10-year blueprint, I want to start with our mission, which at its core is simple: to build enduring power in state legislatures. And we do this in service of our vision of a country where all people enjoy health, wealth, fairness, and freedom driven by progressive state legislatures. Our work at Sister District has two parts. First, winning urgent elections each year, and second, building democratic infrastructure for the long term. And although supporting campaigns is a huge part of what we do, we are not a campaign ourselves. My co-founders, Liz and Gabby, Rita and Candace, and I, we set out to build an institution, one that was not subject to the booms and busts of elections, but to be a sustainable model of success, to withstand the political tides. So with this 10-year blueprint, we are embarking on the next chapter of our journey to reimagine and reshape political power, starting with the states. With legislative maps now largely established after 2021 and the litigation having shaken out as it has, our focus hones in on key battlegrounds for the rest of the decade: Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and with additional resources, we're also setting our sights on Minnesota and New Hampshire. Our strategy is clear. We will engage in key battles with 3 goals in mind every year. First, to flip a chamber. Second, to hold a chamber. And third, to make inroads into badly gerrymandered states. So our 10-year blueprint puts all of this into 5 phases. In each phase, we not only identify the best opportunities to build power at the state level, but we will also prioritize opportunities to build power all the way up the ticket. We've completed phase 1, defying expectations to build momentum with a historic midterm year and blockbuster performance in Virginia. We are now in phase 2, a truly existential fight for our democracy, where we must win at all levels of the ballot. And in phase 3, we will reap the benefits of and expand on the wins from this year. Phase 4 will be a sprint, a last chance to surge and gain as much power as possible before the census in 2030 and redistricting in 2031. And in the final phase 5 of this 10-year blueprint, we will leverage the new opportunities afforded by new maps, introduce new states to our portfolio, and transform our horizons of what is possible. But our vision extends far beyond the immediacy of elections. We are equally committed to building infrastructure and engagement necessary to support this vision over the long haul. This includes the continuous investment and creative growth of strategies to support lawmakers, boost in-state organizing partners, spearhead impactful research, and shift narratives to deepen public involvement across these strategic states. Looking towards the future, we aim to play, with all of you, a pivotal role in ensuring that Democrats are in the strongest position possible for redistricting in 2031. By laying the groundwork now, we're not just looking to win the next election cycle. We're aiming to define the next decade of structural advantages and unprecedented opportunities for progress, and to usher in a new era of progressive power. As we delve into the specifics of our 2024 strategy, I want you to keep this 10-year blueprint in mind. It's the backdrop against which all of our work is set, the future that we are all working towards. So thank you. Now I'll turn it over to my co-founder, the brilliant Gabby Goldstein.